All right, in the meantime, thousands of policymakers, economists, central bank officials, and others are heading to Washington, D.C. right now for the 2024 World Bank and IMF annual meetings. Now, ahead of that key gathering, the head of the International Monetary Fund, Kristalina Georgieva, today spoke to the state of the global economy and what the policy priorities should be.
It is harming confidence in the world economy. And on top of it all, this is happening at a time when our forecasts point to an unforgiving combination of low growth and high debt, a difficult future. Let's take a closer look. Medium-term growth is forecast to be lackluster, not sharply lower than pre-pandemic, but far from good enough. Not enough to eradicate world poverty, nor to create the number of jobs we require, nor to generate the tax revenues that governments need to service heavy debt loads, while attending to vast investment needs, including for the green transition. This picture is made more troubling by high and rising public debt, way higher than before the pandemic. Even after the brief but significant fall in debt to GDP as inflation lifted nominal GDP. And do please notice the shaded area on this chart. What it shows is that in severe but plausible adverse scenario, debt could climb some 20 percentage points of GDP above our baseline. What does it mean for fiscal space? To answer this question, let's look at the share of government revenue consumed by interest payments. This is where high debt, high interest rates, and low growth come together, because it is growth that generates the revenue governments need to function and invest. As debt increases, fiscal space contracts disproportionately more in low-income countries. Not all debt burdens are made equal. And fiscal space keeps shrinking. Just look at the frightening evolution of the interest-to-revenue ratio over time. We can immediately see how the tough spending choices have become tougher.